Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second. Well, it's not really our second one, but it's the second of the new and improved member spotlight. I'm Adam.
And I'm Bryan.
And today we want to introduce you to another member that has been with us for a good while now. He's a champion. He's a tournament champion. And they don't call him money for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, bring it together for money.
Money Mike in the house. Welcome, Money Mike.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Welcome to Member
It's been a while
Spotlights.
since we've seen each other too. It's been a while since we've seen each other, so I'm glad to see you. You shut me off, really?
I did. No, you're back. You're back.
They pay him a lot of money to do
They
that.
do. They do. I'll mute you so fast.
Oh, he
I'm
will.
just saying.
I'm trying to make you the focal point, Mike, because you deserve to be the focal point, and for some reason, it's not letting me do it. Like when we had Cameron on the show. Oh, now I could be. Ooh. What if I'm sorry. Oh, Bryan just got removed. Mess with me. You're back. Okay. Ooh, here we go. There we go. Your boy got it. I figured out buttons. All right, Mike. So you've been with us since what? Do you recall how long you've been with us? Don't you dare make me Google it.
Well, you met Adam in 2008-9, right?
Yeah, 2009, and so you joined us shortly after that.
10, 11 years, I think, at this point.
Yeah, you've been there, and you've won how many championships? Do you remember?
3,
All
I
right.
believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, an esteemed 10-count member. No, but yeah, you've had a very successful career. I mean, you're always at the top, and you know, it's been great to have you. But now I thought it was a good time to kind of get to know a little bit about you, not just about wrestling, but about you outside of wrestling. So first, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, because I know it's not North Carolina, not with that accent. So go ahead, unload on us, Money Mike.
All right, so my name is Mike. If y'all are wondering, basically the whole Money Mike name basically came from when I met Adam in broadcasting school, and one of our classmates actually came up with it, and it just stuck. So that's where that comes from.
Was that the football player? Carl?
Yes.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, he's a former football player. Yeah.
He said he wanted everybody to do have radio names.
Yeah.
And so that was the one that kind of stuck for me. So if y'all ever see them call me that, that's where that's from.
He also owes us a lot of money. A lot of money. That's not true.
Oh, I wish. I went to Memphis last year. I thought I could get some kind of royalty for my last name being Presley, but
no, that's some bull.
No, but I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Moved down, graduated high school, moved down to North Carolina. When I met Adam in broadcasting school, and I've basically been a fan of wrestling my entire life.
And he is one of the biggest Baltimore Ravens. That's why I wore purple for the Money Mike tonight. One of the biggest Baltimore Ravens fans you will ever see. So
thank you for that. I'm glad you don't have no Titan stuff on. As long as you don't have that, I'm good. If you don't have your Titan stuff, I'm good.
Yeah, we did put a good whooping on you this past year. Got some revenge, so that was pretty sweet. So, but y'all have a great team.
I've seen better. So, so Mike, tell us, man, what got you into wrestling? Because I don't even think I know this. What got you into wrestling? What's the first memory you have of it? And was that what got you into it? It was like a family thing? Was it like a pro league release? Kind of I've lost what I was going to say. But anyways, how'd you get into wrestling, man?
It was a family thing because like my parents watched it. I remember watching it even back as first grade, where I remember doing. When was it? First, I can't remember which grade, but it was like first or second grade. I remember doing like I sung Hulk Hogan's theme. Well, no, my friend at the time sang the song, and I had like stage fright, so I couldn't stop laughing. So I didn't really sing the song. So it was like and that was like maybe first grade, second grade, somewhere around there. So um, then by fifth grade, I actually graduated to actually singing a song. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with when Kurt Hennig was in WCW with the West Texas Rednecks. Um, and I actually sang the theme song "Rap Is Crap" at my like variety show when I was in fifth grade. But I mean, this came really from just my parents, because my parents would tell me stuff like they would go and watch like Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, and being in Baltimore, the Baltimore arena is one of the probably the most well known arenas that they hit in the 80s. And I would just go to shows at the Baltimore arena like WCW Nitro. I went to a SmackDown there. My first Raw wasn't until I went with you all. I think it was 2011 or 12.
Wow.
But my first, but I did go to SmackDown and a bunch of like WCW shows at the Baltimore arena. But I mean, just like I said, just coming from it, where like my family watched it, and then I just kind of watched it like ever since, and I've never really stopped. I think I might need help, Adam.
So you okay? So like, what is your first like wrestling memory? Like, what do you first remember seeing on TV or even at the at like mine is always Stone Cold, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon. Like that was my first like actual. I know I saw stuff before it, but like that's my first like it's how I first remember. Oh, this is a thing. So kind of, do you have a memory like that or something that kind of pops in your head when I say something like that? And no is okay because not everybody does. Like,
not really.
Sometimes it's just ingrained in your DNA, I think.
Yeah. Well, if you started watching real young, sometimes it's hard to remember, so many wrestling memories.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to pinpoint because, like, I just know.
What did you start watching?
Watched it from the beginning. From like
did you
when
start
I was
watching
young.
WCW or WWF first? I think you mentioned WCW, but just curious.
I don't know. I think it was WCW, maybe. I can't. I don't know. 'Cause I kind of watch both, and then like I was like one of those people. Like during the Monday Night Wars, I would just flip between both shows on Monday nights. So like, I watched like both, but like essentially, I mean, I have more fond memories of going to WCW shows. Growing up more so than I do WWE, but
So is it fair to say you don't watch WCW anymore?
Just not much, right?
Yeah, not much, because you're so busy with WWE.
Only always.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mike, let's talk a little bit, because you and Mike touched on it, and Brian, feel free to interject if I'm talking too much. But like you were talking about Baltimore Ravens. So, like, what other sports, or like what else do you like to do outside of wrestling and WWE and AEW and Impact and NXT and Glow and New Japan Wrestling and I'm just
Ring of Honor?
Yeah, Ring of Honor. No. So what else you like to do outside of the wrestling?
I mean, outside of wrestling, I mean, you guys touched on it. Football. I mean, you can see kind of behind me here. I got the whole thing here. Jimmy Johnson. Watching NASCAR. I mean, like I'll casually watch like the NBA playoffs. I mean, like I'll play the NBA 2K series, but um, on but like I'm not like a fan.
Yeah.
I'll casually watch it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I know I watched I think a couple years ago when the Capitals won the Stanley Cup. I actually watched that.
So you're like a casual sports fan in terms of like, except like obviously not the sports you're dedicated to, like NFL
Right.
and NASCAR
Mhm.
and wrestling, but like the other ones are you still like sports. It's just you're casual about the other ones. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. So now let's talk. I know you and I have talked music. So like, what kind of music are you into?
I mostly okay. So like, even though I'm from Baltimore, but you would not have known that growing up because I watch NASCAR and I listen to country music. So I was already ready to be living in the South, but I was like growing up in the North. But it was just like it's like people would just like joke around, call me like a redneck or something, and it was just like basically that's all I really listen to is country music. Now, like I think as I've gotten older now, it's kind of like I guess it's more so like any kind of music now because like uh I'll listen like 80s stuff, 90s.
Yeah.
I listen mostly to a lot of 80s and 90s country music nowadays.
Yeah.
I love 90s stuff in general. Like, I don't know if you guys have but lately I've been on a nostalgia kick. And so, like, 90s is where I've been at. Like, not just country, but like, pop and rock and,
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
So, Mike, let me ask you: if you had to pick one person or band, a group, country that you had to see for the rest of your life in concert, you had no choice. Who are you picking? Who are you going to see?
No choice.
No choice. Well, you have one choice, and that's it.
Choice.
You don't get to change it. You got to see them for the rest of your life. Probably like once a month. I want to say once a month you have to go see their concert.
Virtually now, though. Virtually.
Yeah, well, no, you would have to wear a face mask. You'd be the only one there, and they'd be looking you in the eye.
Yeah.
Just you.
Glare, Money Mike.
Yeah.
Does it have to be like a group or is it solo?
No, it could be anybody. Anybody at all.
It can be Adam Davis. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you might want someone who can actually sing, but sure.
I mean, if I had to pick one country artist easily probably Toby Keith.
Toby Keith? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's the list for you. So nobody? Okay. All right, we'll move on. He's got a song on the list.
Beer for My Horses? Did he sing that?
Okay. He does sing that. Nailed it. Look at the Bryan bringing it in. Bryan, you got something? I've been hogging this all, or you just like come unprepared like always?
Yeah, basically. No, I'm just kind of taking it in and listening to y'all and go back and forth here. Mike, I got a question for you about the Baltimore Ravens. Who is your favorite Baltimore Raven of all time? I don't know. I kind of think personally it might be the only Ray Lewis, but maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, who's your favorite Baltimore Raven? Can be somebody that's playing now or in the past.
I mean, you're right. I think you're right. I mean, it would have to be Ray Lewis. I think mostly everybody would say that. I mean, I know Others might say like Ed Reed, but I mean, I think for me, it's always going to be Ray. Because I actually got a chance to meet him actually a couple years ago. He was doing a book signing um, for his book actually over here at Concord Mills.
Oh,
And got a chance to meet him, and he autographed the book and everything. But I think that would be the standard response. I do like a lot of other players. I mean, obviously, right now, I think everybody's going to say like Lamar um, for right now, but
yeah, he's good.
Okay. Well, so Mike, before we let you go, we need to do a little thing called this or that. In this
okay.
format, we choose this or that. Now, a little bit of fall, but I'm just so and
Can you hear? Can you hear him, Mike?
you just tell us. Yeah, because I'm on.
Yeah, he's
You got
kind
me?
of breaking
Am I back?
up a little bit.
Break.
He was breaking up a little bit when he was explaining it.
Yeah, so let me explain it since it's breaking up, and then if he comes back, we'll do he can do the this or that. Basically, he'll give you a choice of two things, like basketball or baseball, and you'll choose one or the other. So that's basically what it is. So Adam, if you're back, we will let you continue with this or that. If you are not, I will do this impromptu right now.
Am I back?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me, Mike?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Here we go.
All right, we're back. We're back.
This one, but I'm it's we see Mike.
Did we lose him again,
no.
Mike?
Oh no.
He sounds like robotic when he's talking. It's kind of funny there.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Let's start. Let's kick this off then, Mike. Since while Adam's having a little bit of trouble, let's start with something simple: WWF or WCW.
No, I think growing up, I was definitely more of a WWF person.
WWF overall. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, okay. You're fired. I'm just kidding. All right. Trish or Lita? Trish or Lita?
Trish, I've always, I don't know, I've always leaned more towards blondes.
Okay, so you're going more toward Trish Stratus and get that Stratisfaction. All right, all right. How about the People's Champ, The Rock, or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Man, I had easy ones. Now you throw that one at me, really? All right. For the sake of it, I'll say The Rock.
Wow.
Okay, The Rock. Wow, you're definitely fired now, Mike. I'm just kidding. All right, let's give you another one. The showstopper Shawn Michaels versus the Phenom, The Undertaker. Or this or that.
Shawn.
Shawn Michaels. Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing too, Brian. 1 year for Halloween when I was little, I actually dressed up as Shawn.
Wow. Let me ask you this. Did you super kick anybody?
You better say
Nope.
yes.
Oh man.
I did not have the legs to be able to do that when I was a kid.
Oh, so you can now though.
Yeah.
You can now?
Oh,
You can now
yeah.
super kick us? Oh,
Good.
okay. Oh, you could. Oh, so you're saying you won't, but you could if we get out of line.
Yeah. We'll let you test it on Adam, and then you can test it on me, right? All right. So this is another one, interesting. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. You're the man. NASCAR or NFL?
NFL.
NFL. Okay. Now, something we talked about in the last show, AEW or NXT?
Oh, that's a tough one because both shows are like they each had their positive and negative. I mean, probably more so. I've been probably more enjoying AEW lately, so I'll go with AEW.
Whoa, shots fired.
Wow,
Do you hear that,
AEW.
NXT people? You heard it here first. Money Mike calling out NXT.
Wow. Okay. All right, AEW. Speaking of AEW and NXT, or not NXT, but WWE, Michael Cole or good old JR?
That's not
They
fair.
are.
Come on.
I think fair.
You never know. Some
I know,
people might
right?
like Michael Cole.
I mean,
JR back in his heyday, though, he is hard to beat. Hard to beat.
oh yeah.
But also,
I mean,
like, I know this is about Mike, but I mean, Michael Cole still has a place, especially back in especially on SmackDown with
true.
Taz.
Yeah.
Like, they were strong.
That was
I miss
good.
that team.
Yes.
Well, that's what. Well, Adam, that's what the WWE Network's for. $9.99 a month. You can enjoy that.
Mike, when we said you could come on here, we explicitly said you cannot promote WWE Network. You agreed to that. You signed the contract. You can't come on here promoting the WWE Network, which is only $9.99 every month and it's free for new subscribers. You couldn't say that. We told you.
You're welcome, Vince McMahon. You're welcome.
That line's your pocket.
You said you cancel your subscription. I'm giving you a reason to resubscribe. That's all I'm doing.
Here we go. Oh man, go. Brian, can you wrap this up before I get upset?
Yeah, we got. Let's wrap this up real quick here. Another one or two promos or in-ring competition action.
I'm gonna say in-ring competition, but just by a little bit.
That's fair.
Okay. Both are like so key to like the storyline and to the build of a match or feud. But I think I'll switch my answer on that one. Story. Promos.
Wow.
Okay. That's what happens here. You know, anything can happen. A few more outside of wrestling here. Coke or Pepsi, and then we'll wrap up.
Pepsi.
Ooh, Pepsi. Born in the Carolinas. Okay, a lot of people like Coke, but okay. We asked this last time on the show. Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Okay. And then vanilla or chocolate ice cream?
Which one?
Vanilla or chocolate? For ice cream.
Vanilla.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Davis? I think
I think that covers it. Mike, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to kind of talk about yourself a little bit. Let us get to know you. Those of us who haven't actually spent a lot of time with you. It's really cool getting to know you, talk to you. You always have opinions, and that's what I like about you. And you bring that to the group, and you're an important member to 10 Count, and we appreciate you being here for, almost 11 years now. Yeah, because it'd be 11 years. So thank you for, picking with us, for, sending us stuff. Like, you're always in there on the message board, Messenger, sending us stuff and keeping us updated and memes and stuff, and appreciate that from you and Morris. So, buddy, thank you for coming on. And thank you for coming on the Shakedown, which, if you haven't watched it yet, it was a heck of an episode. We talk about The Undertaker. We talked about music from WWE. And we, of course...
matches.
Yeah, and we talked about cinematic matches, and we also dropped that huge bomb It was a huge announcement from Bryan. Can't wait for you guys to see that if you haven't already.
Well, you know how I am, man. I'm always about big announcements, right?
No, I'm just kidding. He didn't actually announce anything. Or did he? You'll have to tune in to find out if you haven't seen it already. But Mike, thank you so much, man, for being on Member Spotlight. Appreciate you. And we look forward to having hopefully soon we'll be able to all get back together, watch some pay-per-views, and go to some more Raw and SmackDowns together. Many more years to come. Thank you, Bryan, for joining us. And that was go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And one more thing, Mike. This is an open invitation to you to come back to the tag team division next year. I know you stepped away a couple years ago, so this is an open invitation for you and Morris to come back for the next season, which starts obviously after WrestleMania, to the tag team division. We miss you, and we want to have you back.
Or if Morris is your Marty Jannetty, we're inviting you to super kick him through a barbershop window and get a new tag team partner. I hear Triple H isn't doing anything.
Yes. And The Undertaker.
Too soon. Or is it? But yeah. But hey, no pressure, Mike, but he did just pressure you into that.
Yeah. So come on back, Mike. But it was great.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming again. And it's been a great Member Spotlight, getting to know Michael Presley. It's been great, and we look forward to meeting everyone very soon. Thanks.